Team Tight Start Lions. First for Marian, with 6, 12, 1. Overall record, they are 4 and 7 in the NCAA under the leadership of head coach Julian Antonio. The forwards at left wing, number 18, Patrick Westman. At center, number 5, Sydney Schiffer. The right winger, number 3, Michaela Howard. On defense, number 14, Ella Speed. Number 19, Bailey Williams. And the goal for the Sabres, number 31, Abby Oka.
Fox Valley Ice Arena, the place for Women's Northern Collegiate Hockey Association action. First of 2 games today. The men will play later. Same 2 teams. It's the Sabres of Marian University and the Spartans of Aurora University. We're glad you're with us. In for Bill Downing today. My name is Sean Fry. Matt Davis is on the camera. Aurora 11-8-1 coming in 8-4-1 in NCHA play after a 4-1 victory over the Sabres in Fond du Lac last night. Marian now 6-12-1, 4-7-1 in league play as we wrap up the home and home, and Aurora looks to pick up a sweep today. Welcome back, Ava Eid, the senior defenseman in the starting lineup tonight after missing the previous 16 contests and all-conference player a year ago. She will be welcomed back to the blue line alongside defensive partner McKenna Brownlee. Molly Matson, Madison Gasper, and Darcy Matson get the start on the forward lines for the Spartans, and Marie Dieter, the fifth-year senior from Milwaukee, coming off of a 18-save performance yesterday, brings a 188 goals against average and a 920 save percentage into the weekend. She'll get the start here for the Spartans. It's Abby Ocon, the junior from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, getting the start for Marian after Kayla Kopitke made 50 saves last night in the loss. Ocon makes her 9th start. She's 4-4, a 263 goals against average and a 931 save percentage. Second lines for Marian are on the ice. It's Sydney Schipper in with Gasper for the draw, and Marian's going to get the first look at it here as Catherine Yasenik goes after it and loses the puck. Aurora will flip it through center ice, and a delayed penalty make that just offside there. Aurora able to beat that into the zone just a bit as Marian turns it back over and then gives it right back, or rather gets it right back more accurately, and they follow it into the Aurora zone as the Spartans look to regroup. Michaela Powers, the other forward, Ella Spies and Bailey Williams, the defensive pairings to start off for the Sabres as offside called here. Aurora moving left to right in white and blue, while Marian wearing black uniforms will move right to left. The other forward lines for Aurora, Samira Schmidt, Peyton Elliott, and Olivia Bazzelli are the second line. Rachel Campoli, Stephanie Schmuck, and Haley Knopf, the third line. Melina Kane, Ellie Visser, and Emiliana Casillo are the fourth line, and Riley O'Brien is an extra skater. Erin Campbell and Tegan Moffitt, the second defensive pairing. Annabelle Scriver and Juliana Gallinaro are the third pairing. In on goal is Jaden Gorski for the Marian top line, and the right-handed catching Dieter makes the save, and we'll get a whistle 49 seconds into our first period. Mackenzie Rosen and Aubriella Westfall are the top defensive pairing for Marian. Dana Jones and Victoria Payton are the third pairing, and Hannah Kuna is the extra defenseman today for Marian. The Spartans win the face-off, and will play that out to center ice as Knopf goes over after it, but Marian able to clear out to center ice. Jaden Gorski, Alyssa Heim, and Logan Crawford, the top line. Bryn Weaver, Allie Kiefer, Aaron Olson, the third line. Maddie Chimenti, Olivia Church, and Brenna Abramson are the fourth line for the Sabres. Aurora with it in their own end here. They turn it over as Jones holds the line, but Aurora gets it right back out to Schmunk, moving through center. Pulls up at the circle and waits for reinforcement. She'll play it off the wall and down low for Schmidt, who wasn't able to catch that clean, and now Jones will regroup. We're 90 seconds into the first period, no score. Marian, a strong defensive team, and have not had near enough going offensively to be able to put more than a handful of wins together this season. Here's Gallinaro for Aurora. She'll play it on the backhand behind the Sabres net as Elliott goes after it for Aurora. She'll turn it over in the corner. It's ripped off the glass over to the near side where it's tied up there, and that'll allow Jones to come over. Was looking to find Olsen through the neutral zone, but a good stick by Scriver for Aurora, who has to battle to get that out to center ice, but does. Marian tries to go back the other way. Kiefer over the line, 1-on-3. Lost it momentarily, fought to get it back, and Aurora will gain control and once again toss it out to center ice. Kane in pursuit here as it's played D-to-D for Rosen, who's able to toss it ahead for Kiefer across the Aurora line, but she's dispossessed there. Rosen not able to hold the Marian line on the near side, and it's back out to center yet again. Casillo with it on the right wing for Aurora. Steers that in on O'Connor, let that bounce off of the paddle. And Marian looking to clear their own end, not able to. In the second attempt, that one's held in by Eid momentarily before coming out to Visser. Nearly gave that one away at the Aurora line. She'll get it on a touch from Kane and skate into the Marian zone. On the forehand, a shot from the circle gobbled up by Ocon. We get a whistle. 16:57 to play in the first period. Aurora and Marian locked up at zeros. Marian scoring under 2 goals per game. In fact, they've been held to a goal or fewer in 12 of the 19 they've played. It's been tough for Marian to generate a whole lot of offense this season. And they've been outshot in all but 2 games. In fact, they've allowed 300 more shots coming into today's game than they've taken. Marian able to clear off the glass and through center as Darcy Matson picks it up. Will glide behind the Aurora net. Near the near side for Moffitt. Her pass for Molly Matson was out of her reach, but then Marian ices the puck. No, it'll be waved off at the last moment. And a good follow by Yasenik, who centered, was looking for Church and wasn't able to find her. It's out through center ice. At the Marian line, Spees nearly gave that away, does give it away. Gasper skates onto it in the Marian zone. From a sharp angle, it finds the glove of Ocon. And we'll have a defensive zone draw for the Sabres coming up 4 minutes in to our contest. Goal scorers last night for Aurora, Tegan Moffitt. Career goal number 1 for the freshman from Essex, Ontario, Samira Schmidt. Darcy Matson and Molly Matson each tacked on goals as well. Through center ice and the length, Marian this time does succeed in icing the puck, and that'll bring the face-off back down into the Marian end. I mentioned that Marian's had a hard time tallying multiple goals. They've, as you might imagine, failed to win all 12, although they were able to tie once. Meanwhile, for Aurora, it's been needing to be much more high scoring, but when they've been able to get even a few, they have been very difficult to beat. Molly Matson sweeps it to the right point where Scriver, on her weak side, comes down the wall and then drives the net. Tried to go upstairs on Ocon, who made the shoulder save for a whistle. Aurora, when they've made the 3-goal mark, 11-0. Anything below that, and they've failed to put one in the win column. And fortunately for Jackie Koistra's lineup, scoring not frequently a problem this season. Sharp angle here, that's Molly Matson. It's loose in front. Another good look in front. Ocon may have gotten a piece of that. Then a slap shot from the point was blocked. Held the line by Eid. She threw it on net, and a very good redirection opportunity right in front of the blue paint that Ocon was able to get a hold of. Aurora buzzing in the offensive zone. 15:08 to play in the first, but Abby Ocon has had none of it so far. Off the face-off, a quick shot from Erin Campbell, and that's gobbled up by Ocon again. The goaltending tandem of Kayla Kopitke and Abby Ocon has certainly been good enough to win games for much of the season. The scoring just hasn't been there. Ocon with another stop. Here's Moffitt throwing it toward the net. That's tipped wide. Aurora still with possession. Knopf trying to get it in front. Has it taken off of her stick by Alyssa Heim, who threw it through center. It went off an Aurora stick, and now Logan Crawford's after it. She'll gather it behind the Aurora net, steps around Moffitt and comes out into the circle. Turning back toward the corner, looking to get free, and then Moffitt played her off of the puck. It comes free to Gorski behind the net. Tries to turn the corner, lost her skates, but was able to find Heim, who still has it on the half wall. Sustained pressure for Marian here. Heim from a tough angle. Dietert sticks that away. A puck Loose inside the half wall. Marian keeps it. Here's Heim in the corner. A 2-on-1 brings it in front. Tried to roof it, and Dietert made the blocker save. Not able to find it. It was at rest next to her pad, next to the goal. A whistle makes it 14:02 to play in the first. Still looking for the game's first goal. Dietert, another strong performance last night after looking very good against Trine. 42 stops, just 1 goal allowed in 2 games. She picked up her second shutout of the season. Aurora with the draw. Schmidt over the red line, and she'll send it down and go after it. Bazzelli not able to stick that one down. Gallinaro will get a stick on it near the hash marks as it rolls down into the corner. Spartans in the Marian end. A high backhand feed that Gallinaro wasn't able to handle, and it will send Scriver back to corral it. Her pass is into the neutral zone for Elliott, who circles back into her own end and now tries to put on the burners through the neutral zone. She skates into the corner, centers it, and Bazzelli healed the one-timer. It's over to the wall. Gallinaro got a stick on that, wasn't able to get it on goal. Kept in by the skate of Elliott, who then washed out and ended up on the ice. Marian able to send that one through center and out as Weaver chases Eade. Eade overskated it momentarily. Now able to find Visser on the wall, and she'll pass it out to center ice for Kane. Over the Marian line to the right wing. Kane following it into the corner and behind the net, but was taken off the puck by Spies. Well, the puck squirts free to the near side. Chimenti trying to chip that one free and into center ice, and does. She follows as Brownlee goes after it. Kane picked her a bit, maybe got away with one. Puck free at center ice. Visser sticks that away from Jones, but it'll be followed up by Abramson, who sends that along the dasher. Kane able to stop that one up near the goal line, and now Visser, briefly on the puck, was upended in a collision. Marian still trying to exit their own end, and Aurora with good sticks able to get it down low. Visser to Kane in the corner, gets to the forehand. A toe drag behind the goal, and then Kiefer cut her off and is unable to clear. A good hold by Campbell, who plays it deep again. Marian this time high off the window, and that will suffice to get it to the neutral zone. Church plays it deep. It heads behind the Aurora net. 11:50 remaining first period. Aurora, a dangerous pass through the slot, and they turn it over. Gorski skates onto it, but Campbell stays with her and takes her down. No call as the puck comes out near the Aurora line. It'll be held in for a moment by Payton. Now Molly Matson goes after it, and a long bank pass, and found Molly Matson, who will beat the icing, but unfortunately was also able to beat the blue line. So a delayed offside. Marian had to go back to get it. They will gain the red line and send it into the Aurora end. Gallinaro with it on her stick, turned it over in front, but it kicked free behind. Now Gorski going for it. She tries to throw it in front, went off of a stick. Dietert able to cover that up, and then an Aurora player stumbled, and a few conversations being had near the blue paint. 11:06 left, first period, no score. Aurora and Marian did not have any goal scoring in the first period last night at Blue Family Ice Center either, and in fact it was Catherine Yasenik who opened the scoring for Marian. 4 straight for Aurora after that, including 3 in the third period after it went to the second intermission, tied at 1. Aurora will win this defensive zone draw, and they turn it over right to Yasenik in the slot. Long wrister, and Dietert plenty of time to make the stop there. Aurora has been at times a little bit careless with the puck so far this afternoon. Marian has not been able to cash in, as Dietert has been up to the task when called upon. Sabres win this draw clean. Westfall was looking for a pass along the blue line, and it wasn't there. And Yasenik just threw it on Dietert. Back behind the goal it goes as Powers looks for Schipper. She tried to cycle it deep and instead gave it away, and now Schmunk will skate it through her own end and out. Schmunk The pass ahead to Knopf over the blue line. She winds, fires it wide. Jesenik follows, gets the puck on the forehand, but doesn't clear. Good keep by Campbell, whose pass was off the skate of Schmunk in the slot, and here goes Powers. One-on-one as Moffitt goes back. Her shot kicked away by Dietert. Schmunk will follow and clear the zone. A good opportunity for Marian. Moffitt, a nice job skating back on defense to force a rather long and not particularly deceptive shot. Madsen near the blue line is going to nullify the icing, and now we'll try to get free in the corner. In the circle, centers it. Slap shot Molly Madsen off the ice wide and along the ice wide. She broke her stick, so she'll go off. Pinned up on the near wall. Elliott skating into the slot. Darcy Madsen lost her stick, tried to kick it in front to keep the play alive. Failed to do so, and now Spies goes the other way for Marian. Into the left circle, shoots, tough angle and missed. Olsen holds the line on the right point. Her shot through traffic was blocked down. Darcy with her stick back gains it and comes in through center, and a good pass that was redirected on by Elliott. And Elliott went down and went hard into Ocon, who covered it up, and now some pushing and shoving after the play. Like everyone's okay, if not especially pleased by the end of that play. .9:10 to play. Face-off one into the corner in the Aurora defensive end. The line will be held by Williams, and she turns it over. Here comes Eade through center ice on the right wing. Her shot was blocked, skated onto by Heim. She'll come through center, but it's 1-on-3 as Schipper joins the play as well. Heim able to battle to maintain possession all the way to the near side. Olsen behind the goal now, puts on the brakes. To Heim again. On the hash marks on the near side to Olsen. They play a two-person game, and it comes to the point for Williams. A pass to the far hash marks. Jones the one-timer. Karam's in front, right to the stick of Heim, who jammed at it, but Dietert able to get on it. And then Heim paid a little bit of a price. .8:22 to play in our first period of action. No score so far. Draw to the right of Dietert, won cleanly, and Moffitt not able to get it out. Rosen holds it in. Several strides inside the blue line. The second attempt, Aurora will ice it. A moment ago, by the way, Addie Gasper called for hitting after the whistle, and so a power play is on here. A minute. Oh, it's stuck on a minute 12 on the board. I know that's not correct. 7:55 remaining here as Marian on the man advantage, where they've struggled this season at just 10%. They've only scored a power play goal 5 times this season. And after scoring on the woman advantage in 3 of their first 6, only twice in the 13 since. They skated in. 55 seconds left on the power play. Madsen fired it off the glass, but an awkward carom off the stanchion. Aurora on the second attempt will send it the length. Ocon will have to cover this as Madsen skates on. This is a very dangerous Aurora team shorthanded. They have 11 goals shorthanded. For some context, the Spartans do have more power play goals. They've only scored on the power play in 8 of their 20 games so far. They have shorthanded goals in 10. So on a per-game basis, a little more likely to strike down a player than up one. It's 13 seconds left on the power play, 7:23 remaining here in our first period. Marian last night was 0 for 4 on the power play. Face-off is tied up in the skates of Darcy Madsen. Marian will simply skate it behind and look for a clean breakout as Gasper rejoins the play, and we're back to even strength. Scriver with it in her own end. Off the wall, Madsen was behind everyone and will skate onto it in the Marian end. Her centering feed was tipped, but Eade will hold it. She fires one on. It's blocked down. Was headed wide, but Williams got a piece anyway. Leaves it into the corner and will be picked up by Molly Madsen, who turned it over. That's Heim with it, trying to chip it around Eade. Was able to use the body to protect the puck. And now we'll look for a breakout here, but Brownlee wasn't able to handle that pass off the boards. Madsen able to pull that out of traffic and fires it for her sister, who will follow it down into the corner. Fanned on a centering pass. Tied up there. 6:14 left, first period. To the wall and out. And Gasper will follow it to her own line. Ripped it off the boards in front of the Marian bench. Icing waved off, and Weaver forced to go back to get it. Stand corrected, that was Westfall. She'll wrap it along the dasher and out. And Aurora sends it right back into the Marian end. Westfall again along the wall to the near side for Chimenti, who turns. Her pass was off the mark. Aurora plays it back in onto the laid off side. So Marian then gives it right back. Kane waits and fires the slap shot that Ocon will handle with ease. Spartans 13-8, their advantage on the shot board, but still zeros on the scoreboard here with 5.5 minutes remaining in our first period of play. Spartans 3 straight wins coming in, trying to make it 4 here. Visser got a good look in front, but wired the snap shot just over the goal, and it comes to the half wall where Gallinaro battles for it there. It came out to Shipper. She'll play it behind the net, and Marian will look to break out. A good stick by Gallinaro to get in the way of that. She'll play it ahead for Casillo, and Visser will skate onto the loose puck. Into the slot, shoots. Another save made by Ocon. Marian, and gave it away. Visser at the circle, stole it, lost her skate, stayed with it, falling down. Was able to get one into Ocon as well, but another glove stop and another whistle. Feels like much of this one has been played in the Marian end, but nothing has been played into the Marian net. 15 minutes and counting into our first period of play. Schmunk, the NCHA face-off leader in. Square off with Kiefer for Marian, and Aurora wins this one. Eade with it along the boards, and Brownlee will come down to try to hold it in. Marian will chip it out. Skated onto it center by Weaver on the backhand on the right wing, and was taken off the puck, and Knopf's there. Puts a good pass on the Spartan captain Campoli, who will play it off the wall to herself in the corner, fanned on a centering pass. Taken away by Williams for the Sabres. She tries to skate it out, and had it roll off her stick into her skates, so she'll settle for a backhand clear, and it'll be pinned up along the wall right at center ice. Campbell able to pull that out of skates. Looked for Moffitt, and a good stick by Spees getting back to keep that one from going further into the Aurora end, and Marian will play this off the windows and down, but not quite far enough for icing. The snowy surface able to help that one here as Campbell goes the other way. She gains the Marian line. Centering feed on the tape. Elliott whistles a wrist shot wide. Bazzelli with the keep, and she'll play it down into the corner as the whistle blows. We have a delayed penalty that has since been whistled, and a slash is called here. That will put Aurora on the power play for the first time. Looks like Bailey Williams Stand corrected, that's Logan Crawford going off. Here at 16-22. Aurora at 19% on the power play coming into the weekend, third best in the NCHA. 2 of 6 last night. They'll get their first try here. Elliott for Molly Matson. Tough angle, Ocon slams the door. 11 seconds into the power play. And we'll drop the puck yet again to the left of Ocon. It's been a busy day so far for Ocon. Aurora wins this draw clean. Here's Molly with it in the circle. A pass across the crease. And a post-to-post save by Ocon denied Elliott. Aurora tries again. Darcy at the point. Here is Eade in the circle. Tried to throw that one across. And Ocon was able to get there. It went off of a skate in front, and Ocon was in position to keep it out. Aurora power play has had some very good opportunities so far, and unable to cash in. 30 seconds in to the woman advantage. Schmunk comes in for the draw. Wins that one clean to Darcy Matson through traffic that was along the ice, and Ocon will stop it again. We have a moment. Aurora men's volleyball in action today against Loris. That's going on as we speak over in Alumni Hall. Aurora women's and men's basketball are at St. Norbert later today. And of course, you stick around, men's hockey coming up here at Fox Valley. Aurora and Marian. Spartans a 6-0 win last night. It's tied up on the wall. Chimenti will play it, but not out as Darcy holds it in at the point. To Eade, who skates into the circle and leaves it for Elliott at the goal line. Her centering pass, a good stick, and Chimenti thought about trying to skate it, but Madsen, and in fact both Madsens, were right on her heels, and so she simply played it the length. Then Madsen put that one on her own goaltender by accident. That was Molly who will gather it back, and she'll skate through center ice to the slot. Wheels into the circle, shoots. Glove saved by Ocon, but could not hang on. Marian able to fire that one to safety and then eventually down the ice. 30 seconds left on the power play as Darcy skates back through into the circle, shoots. Blocker save Ocon. Campoli follows a redirect by Campbell in front, went wide. It's into the corner. 1:52 left in the first period. Knopf to the corner. Tried to center it backhand. It went off of the net, and then Ocon tried to cover it from our angle. Never did have control, but the referee lost sight of it and covers it up. Eric Olson and Johnny Annis are the referees here this evening. Schmunk in for the face-off. Sabres able to clear to center ice. And Campbell will have to pick that one up in her own end with Crawford in pursuit. Back to even strength, by the way. Bouncing puck through center, swept down, and Campbell will follow into the corner. She looks to center. Unable to find anyone. Moffitt now at the point. Sweeps it along the blue line for Darcy Matson. She played it off the boards, but Payton was able to pick it up, and she'll come ahead into the Aurora zone. To the corner, centers it, and that was punched wide by Gorski. She stays with it in the corner, and then was pressed to the barrier there as the puck comes out to Madsen. 2-on-1. The sauce pass into the slot. Campoli had it jump her stick and wasn't able to get a lot on that as Ocon got over and made the stop with 43 seconds remaining. First period of action, no score. Madsen got a very good pass off, but at the last second it caught an edge. And Campoli wasn't able to get a clean shot off. So it's Elliott in for the draw. Marian will win that. Westfall fires it behind the goal, but Bazzelli cut it off. Centering pass caught a Marian stick. Visser swept it on the backhand wide. It comes back in front. Was right in front of the net, and Aurora wasn't able to put it home. Aurora still with possession. Here's Visser again, shoots, and this time Ocon finds it and hangs on. Aurora so close. Not able to get a stick on the loose puck in front. I believe the first attempt got Ocon. The rebound came down, and it looked like Aurora got a stick on it and wasn't able to finish the play. It's still in the Marian end here. Scriver has it taken off of her stick. This should be icing that goes the length, and we'll have a whistle with 5.7 seconds left. So a good opportunity here for Aurora if they can draw up something quick off the faceoff. It's going to be Gasper in with the top line. And Marian does well to tie it up, and that might not be allowed. About a second and a half did run off the clock there. I believe that's what the discussion may be here to put the second and a half back on the clock. It should be 5.7. We're in the middle of the period. They probably just let that go, but here at this point, seconds very valuable, so they do put it back on. Once again, the face-off tied up. Marian not able to clear the zone. Gallinaro can only play it behind the goal, and that's where we're going to settle things here through 20 minutes. No score, although Aurora outshot the Sabres 25-8. Spartans will try to break through in the second period of action. We'll bring you the totals and take you around the NCHA. This is Aurora University women's hockey. 20 minutes into the contest, no score between Aurora and Marian. And we welcome you here on this Saturday afternoon. And for Bill Downing today, my name is Sean Fry. Shots were 25-8 in favor of Aurora, but the netminders turned them all aside. Abby Ocon and Marie Dietert unblemished through the 20-minute mark, and so the teams will switch ends. Long change coming up in the second period. And we'll see if that makes a difference and if we see any scoring chances come available as a result. Rest of the NCHA action will all get underway in most cases after we're done here today. Trying home to Concordia, Wisconsin at 2 o'clock. Adrian's at Dubuque at 2:30. Then tonight, St. Norbert is on the road at Lawrence. Last night's results, it was Trine and CUW skating to a 3-3 draw. St. Norbert routed Lawrence 7-1. And Adrian over Dubuque 14-1. And of course, Aurora the 4-1 victory over Marian last night. Let's take a quick look over to Thornton Gymnasium. Aurora and Loris in men's volleyball action. Loris took the first set 25-16, and they are about to close out the second set unless an Aurora rally is forthcoming, and indeed it is not. So it's 25-16, 25-19. Loris up on Aurora 2-0 at this point. Women's and men's basketball both at St. Norbert. That'll begin at 2 o'clock. Men's hockey right here at 3 o'clock following the conclusion of our play in the women's contest. Aurora in white and blue moving right to left. Marian wearing black. They'll go left to right here in this second period. Aurora 8-1-1 this season when they have scored first. They actually had a streak of 43 consecutive wins when scoring first, snapped in a November loss at Adrian. But nevertheless have been very difficult over the last several seasons when getting in front. They don't give away a ton of leads, especially late. Here is Darcy Matson skating over the blue line and lost it on an attempted deke, but Eid will hold the line, threw it into the corner. Eid will get it back on the fresh ice, and once again will toss it deep. Got away from Matson, and Spees trying to play it out to center ice, and she does. That'll send Eid back after it with Weaver in hot pursuit, and Weaver's going to be able to win that. Well, Molly Matson came over and delivered a little contact. Here comes Elliott through center for the Spartans. Pulls it into the corner and will sweep it on the backhand around the goal as it's followed up by Visser. She'll skate it behind. Stays with it and centers it. Schmunk able to get it, the toe of the stick on that. And Ocon turned it aside. Matson holds the line, gets it down near the goal line for Elliott, who teed up the one-timer, but it developed slowly enough that Ocon was not only able to get over, but able to get square. And if Ocon is going to get a look and have time to get square, there's not going to be very much getting past her. As I mentioned earlier, a very strong goaltending tandem for Adrian. Matson here. Got it to the net, and Knopf jams it home. Power play goal for the Spartans. And Aurora leads 1-0. And it was the late penalty at the end of the first period taken by Jaden Gorski that allowed Aurora to start on the power play. And Aurora is in front. Spartans have outscored teams in the second period now 27-12 on the season. So it's going to be Knopf from Gasper and Darcy Matson. Knopf's third of the season. And now Marian could be said to be in some amount of trouble as scoring has been difficult to come by. And Okan made the first stop. It was the follow that ended up being the difference. Okan with another stop. And he'd have to stand corrected. That one never did make it on. Looked like it got redirected in front and came right to Knopf, who got a piece of it. Aurora wins this draw on the Marian end. It's tossed on at the point, sticked down by Kiefer. Puck bouncing around a little bit here in this second period as the Sabres able to advance it into the Aurora end. Here's Gallinaro. She turns it over. Olsen got to that, threw it into the slot, no one home. So here's Schmidt. Was looking for Bazzelli, it missed her. Bazzelli able to free the puck, and now Schmidt has it in the corner. She centers it. Good stick by Jones to play that to the near side. Gallinaro holds the point. Her shot never made it on. It's loose in the circle, and Kiefer unable to clear. Schmidt takes it back. She's upended, and a penalty coming up on Marian as Darcy Matson picks it up. And Dieter comes to the bench. As she gets there, Jones able to force a turnover and get the stoppage. And so this very good Marian penalty kill will have to find a way to stand tall again. Only a handful of moments after surrendering a power play goal. Just the 6th game this season where Marian has allowed a power play goal. So tripping with a call. And Aurora back to work. And Payton picks up the call. I believe I said Olsen in real time. A near takeaway as Heim was able to get back there, but Aurora able to handle. And now Molly Matson takes the drop pass and skates in. Her wrist shot off the toe of Okan. Elliott follows. Skates into the circle, tried to thread it through to Schmunk. It never made it, but Darcy holds it into the point. A pass that just barely got over to Eid, who fires. That's tipped in front. Okan makes the stop, and it looked like Heim was able to find it and clear. Dieter will settle it. 1:13 left on the power play, and 16:20 to play in the second period. 1-0 Aurora as Matson gains the line, once again tries to thread one through into the slot. It comes in on Okan, and she'll cover up. Shots, at least as of a moment ago, 30-8 in favor of Aurora. That's always been a hallmark of Jackie Koistra's teams, our Spartan teams that put a lot of pucks on net. And try it again here. And once again, Okan able to get to that and hang on. Draw tied up, kick to the corner. Crawford tries to clear and does. Matson not able to hold the line there, so she'll wait for Aurora to get back on side. And now takes it on the backhand over the blue line and lost an edge as Crawford will come to it and clear the zone. And Aurora fails to break back in. They'll clear it, and Crawford will get there first at the other end. 26 seconds remaining. Marian just trying to waste some time. They turn it over. Darcy Ahead here for Visser, pulls it to the backhand and tripped. Rosen gets there but gave it away to Knopf. She tried to jam it. It came loose in front to Chimenti. She'll skate it to center. And that will conclude the Aurora power play. And I suppose we have to hold that thought. There's still a second left on it, so Payton will have to wait for the face-off in the Aurora end. We will see then if Marian makes the adjustment with their defensive pairings. They do not. It looks like Payton will simply go off here. Marian able to win the draw. Chimenti's shot was blocked. There is the switch for a forward as Aurora has it behind their own net. A long stretch pass was sticked down by Williams. Loose at the red line. Abramson will chop that back into the Aurora end as Eid goes back for it. Slams on the brakes behind the Spartan net and looks to start the breakout. Good pass. Is able to find Casillo going through center, but not have a lot of reinforcements and loses the puck. Here's Spies behind them. Marian net is along the wall. Bazzelli will hammer at it, but Spies will pick it up and go the other way to the backhand. Threw it in front off the stick of Dietert, and then a stopping Church kicked that aside. Aurora plays it back out to center. It's Bazzelli down the left wing. Her wrist shot got up off the shoulder of Ocon and loose. Bazzelli follows it, but she momentarily lost her stick, and Schipper will skate it out for Marian 2-on-2. Leaving it here for Powers. Her shot off the stick of Dietert, off the dasher and back to her, where she'll cover up with 14:01 left in the second period. 1-0. The Aurora advantage, as they continue to pile up a considerable shots advantage. Marian got the first touch on that faceoff, but Molly Madsen did well to go and take it. She brings it down the left side. Puck rolled off of the toe of her stick, and a centering pass from her sister didn't quite get to the mark. Along the wall, Gasper is able to find Darcy in the corner. A no-look backhand feed did not quite get to Molly. Aurora still with it. Here's Darcy behind the goal line. Once again throws it in front. That's taken down by Rosen to the Aurora line, or the Marian line rather, and not out. Second attempt will get to center ice as Darcy has it at the red line. A pass across the rink to Molly, who snaps one off. It went off the glove of Ocon. It's loose in front. Scriver scores. And the failure to catch that snapshot led directly to that goal. Scriver's second of the season, 2-0 Aurora. And a credit to Scriver jumping up from the blue line to make no mistake for the opportunity. And there were a couple of sticks that puck had to hop past in order for Scriver to get a good look, but she made no mistake, and Aurora has the 2-0 advantage. Looking for more now. This time Ocon will glove the shot down. Officially, it's Scriver from Darcy and Molly Madsen. Molly will have the primary assist. And it is 2-0. Here's another shot from Eid that was redirected wide. Marian will get that out of their own end, but nearly too strongly. Icing waved off. Eid will have to go back to get it. Rips that off the wall. Knopf able to knock that one down, and then Campoli unable to control it at the blue line of the laid off side. Aurora sends it in, tags up. A good stick by Schmunk to keep that one alive for Knopf. She threw it on net, a big rebound. It didn't quite make it back to Kane. Aurora swarming in the offensive end. Here's a feed in front. Kane tried to shelf it on the backhand and sent it high. She follows to the corner. It is picked up on the wall by Casillo. Plays it past Payton and follows. Kane picks it up on the hash marks again. Tried to cycle it, but Jones was able to get to that, and she'll skate it through to the red line and into the Aurora end. Under 12 to play in the second period. Aurora up 2-0. Goals from Knopf and then Scriver here in the second period. Right now the difference. Down the left wing comes Casillo. A bouncing puck comes to Kane in front. The feed on the doorstep to Casillo for her first career goal. 3-0 Spartans. The freshman from Kenmore, New York is on the board. And the Spartans extend their lead to 3. And Tegan Moffitt came over to get the puck and tossed that into the Aurora bench. So a keepsake for the freshman. And now Marian is certainly in some trouble. To their credit, they do have 4 games this season where they have scored at least 4 goals. One was a loss at Stevens Point. They scored 4 in both wins against Wisconsin Superior and 6 against Dubuque. And it has not been a frequent occurrence, although it will be what is needed to pick up at least 2 points tonight. Kane and Visser will get the assists. A shot from Gallinaro knocked the stick out of a Marian player's hands. The Sabres gain control and go the other way at the line. Kept in. That was Spies. Still has it. And will glide it into the corner as Crawford comes for it. Skates to the slot. Shoots. It's off the skate of Gallinaro. Karams to the wall for Elliott. And her long pass off the stick of Bazzelli. Marian tried to fire it back into the Aurora end. And on the second attempt, they will succeed. The puck comes free to Gallinaro, who's trying to get out of trouble and is able to send it along the wall for Schmidt. Aurora still has it, although they haven't really traveled more than about 15 feet of ice. Now along the wall for Darcy. Was looking for Bazzelli, sent the pass behind her, and Marian will play it back out to center, but turned it over to Darcy Matson. So she tries to buy some time in the neutral zone. Aurora finishes a change. It's ahead here for Brownlee, who will tip it past Rosen. Wasn't able to come up with it on the other side. Rosen will pass it ahead to Abramson on the near side. She'll tip it back into the Aurora end. Long the dasher, kept in at the wall by Church, and Abramson a backhand feed through the slot. Wasn't able to find Chimenti. Aurora chops it back out to center. Past the midway point of the second, it's 3-0 as Ede goes back for it. One's off the wall out to the point for Darcy, looking for Molly. It jumped off of her stick. And towards the penalty boxes where Chimenti didn't get a lot on that dumping attempt. Aurora will follow it up with one of their own. Westfall out to Abramson on the near side of the Marian end. Able to put that on the stick of Church. It's a 2-on-1. With Matson back checking, it forced Church to lob a long shot off, and that's not going to be able to beat Marie Dieter. She'll hang on for a whistle. Not a lot of work for Marie Dieter so far in this one. Similar to her counterpart in the Aurora men's net, Jacob Musatelli, shut out last night and was not severely tested very frequently. Aurora defense did well to limit it to only a handful of shots. Here's a good touch pass. Campoli to Knopf, in on goal to the backhand, scores! 4-0 Aurora as Knopf has her second of the game. Third of the year for Knopf. Campoli will get the assist at 11:08. A 4-goal lead for Aurora as they have poured it on here in the second period. They win the ensuing faceoff and go back to work. And the point I was trying to make is Campbell gets one off. Knopf swept at it and went into the slot, and Jesenik will skate it out to center ice and come down the left wing. Stops and centers. Shot from the point. Dietert reacted late, did not see it, but it was headed wide. As I was saying, Marie Dietert has had to make a few testers, but been a relatively quiet day. Icing is going to be called here as Spies failed to gain the red line. Aurora defense has really kept Marian from having too many very good opportunities, and a few they've had, Dietert has been up to the task. And perhaps the 4 goals a little deceiving for how well Ocon has played. Aurora now with 43 shots on goal. 32 minutes into the game. No icing this time. It's in on Dietert, and Powers will force the cover. Well, nothing new for the Spartans. They average 46 shots per game and allow 24. They are routinely putting a ton of shots on net. Their shot percentage, though, a little lower than it's been in maybe some years past, at just 8%. Well, a little bit of puck luck has not gone their way at times this year. Gallinaro on it on the left wing. Shoots, trying 5-hole. Saved by Ocon. Aurora will pick it back up at the Marian line. Here's Kane to the circle. Her first pass was blocked. She followed it, threw one on the backhand on Ocon, who made the stop. 7:31 to play in the second. It's 4-0. Another face-off win for Aurora. They've been dominant in that category as well. 31 of the 43 tonight. Marian will be unable to clear. Brownlee held the line. It goes behind the net. Elliott follows. Was able to work it free. Now Bazzelli battling for it. O'Brien will maintain it for Aurora for a moment, but it bounces free to Weaver, and she'll skate it through center. Over the Aurora line, past Eade. Behind the net, but Brownlee got there first. Marian will get control. It's Kiefer. Skates into the slot, gets a look, fires it wide. O'Brien, a freshman, is onto it, and the pass is ahead for Bazzelli. Was able to clear that through the legs of Jones. The try to clear, they don't. Bazzelli able to take it away inside the Sabres line. Down low for Darcy. Went wide of the net. Moffitt will follow. She steers it toward the net. Bazzelli off the toe of her stick and wide. She'll send it deep for Gasper. Was looking to cycle it behind for Darcy. Did not get a lot on it. The Sabres looking to get it out of their own end. They do not. The snow helps keep it in. Bazzelli sends it deep. Gasper's after it. He wins that battle with Payton. Plays it off the side of the goal. Jones off the glass and out. 5:42 left. Second period, 4-0 Spartans as Campbell off the boards, off the stick of Molly Matson and onto the stick of Payton, who plays it behind her net, gives it away. No one home, just Molly Matson, who centers it, and Gallinaro heeled it wide. Staying with it, Gasper will punch it along the wall. Scriver holds on the backhand, had it taken off of her stick, but Darcy's there to play it deep for Gasper again. She steps into the corner, had it roll off of her stick. It goes behind again. Over to the wall. Gallinaro once again plays it deep. Gasper gets there and cuts it off. Marian player, specifically Jones, loses her stick. Darcy Matson able to play that out of trouble. Finds Scriver at the point. She throws it wide. It caught the loose stick, and now some trouble there as now Darcy had to kick the stick away as she tried to maintain possession. That loose stick greatly benefited. In fact, the broken stick I see now really benefited Marian as they were able to clear the zone, but they give it up at the red line. Scriver will send it deep. Molly Matson will chase. That broken stick ends up tripping Molly, who pops back up, still has it. Her centering feet didn't get there. Then Brownlee follows. That's turned away. Schmunk got a look, never got it on. Held in at the line by Eade. Brownlee on the left point sends it deep. Knopf not able to get there, and Spies is able to play it to center. Eade will stop it up at her own blue line. Was trying to fire it in, didn't get any on that. She will kick it through and down on the second attempt. Under 4 to play in the second. Here's Church over the Aurora line, shoots off the blocker of Dietert. Campbell following it to the corner. Puck battle there just off of the near wall. Aurora wins it, and Campbell will skate it through. 2 on 4. Don't like those odds for Aurora, so Campbell just tries to make something happen. Moffitt follows and takes it behind the goal. Spies able to dig that out. Was looking for Abramson, put it off her skate. Campbell shoots, it's blocked, it comes to Visser. Her backhand shot stopped. Second attempt, a turnaround jam by Campoli doesn't find its way through, and Ocon follows it up. And finally a whistle with 3:03 left in the second. For 4-0 Aurora. It has been a lopsided contest. Certainly in the second period, where all of the traffic that Aurora has put in front of the net. Here's a centering look here. Power's able to get there and break it up. All of that traffic and all of those shots have finally worn down Marian. They have played almost the entire game in their own end. They are able to clear it to center. Gallinaro at the line. Briefly turned it over and stayed with it and swept it back in to the Marian end. Westfall along the wall, but Scriver's going to get there first. Marian just looking tired right now. Scriver got the turnover and sent it wide. Now Visser with it, centers it. It jumped the stick of Kane. Schmidt follows. Skates it behind the net. Looks for Gallinaro, then turns and shoots it off the side of the net. It's behind the net. And into the corner, Schmidt battling. Visser comes away with it. Her pass caught a stick and vaulted over the slot onto the far side of the ice for Bazzelli. To Elliott in the slot, the toe drag to the backhand, still on the backhand, and shoveled it wide. She'll follow it as Yasenik got to the puck first to Rosen, who just turns and fires it out. Eade was able to stop it up. It comes to the stick of Schmidt to the forehand on the right side and played it behind Eade, joining the rush. It's 3-on-1 the other way. Here's Powers as Aurora back checks and Eade takes it away. It's loose in the slot for Powers and Brownlee finishes off the play. It's passed ahead for Bazzelli as it ramp off of her stick into the corner where she goes to battle with Jones. Comes free. Darcy Matson holds the line, then skates in and wires the wrist shot wide. Final minute of the second period, 4-0 the score. Matson in the corner. Into the circle, the toe drag, couldn't come away with it, then left it for Molly, whose shot was blocked down. And Marian will simply ice the puck. Campbell will get to it and get the whistle with 44 seconds remaining. Right now, Marian simply trying to get to the intermission here. Shots are 48-14. It's been a long day for the Sabres so far. Molly for Campbell at the point, and she'll send it deep for Gasper. Molly will kick it. Darcy will follow. Left it on the backhand for Gasper. Did not get a lot on that, but Aurora will keep the zone as Moffitt on the chip behind the net. A good stick by Heim to pick it up, and she'll skate it out. 20 seconds left. Heim through center on the right wing. Was trying to drag that through. Campbell will simply skate past her. It comes free to Gorski. To the point, Payton will play it back in deep. 5 seconds remaining. A penalty coming up on Aurora, and it appears that Marian will start the third period with the woman advantage as time expires and Dietert falls on it. So no one's going to go to the penalty box at this moment. They are going to call boarding, and we will update you on who is going to the penalty box as a result. And Marian will start on the power play, but they'll be down 4-0. A 4-goal middle frame for the Spartans to take a commanding advantage. We'll look through the totals and wrap it up here. The final 20 minutes of play at Fox Valley Ice Arena. This is Aurora University women's hockey. Aurora in front 4-0. Total domination in that second period. They outshot the Sabres 23-6 and now have a 48-14 advantage for the day. Welcome back, and for Bill Downing today, my name is Sean Fry. Aurora 20 minutes from its 12th win of the season, and looking to send Marian to loss number 13 as the Spartans retake the ice. It is going to require quite a bit and not a great deal of time for the Sabres at this point, who have only exceeded the 4-goal mark one time this season and have only reached it, as I mentioned, on a handful of occasions overall. As for Aurora, might be thinking to yourself, wow, they've had a lot of shots. They've got a long way to go to reach their season high. They put 87 shots on Dubuque back on December 1st and 71 against Lawrence back in November. At their current rate, 71 might be in play. 87 is going to take quite a bit. Aurora left to right, wearing white and blue. Marian wearing black. They'll go right to left as new goaltender for Aurora, Shelby Deuster, has checked into the contest for the final 20 minutes. It's her third appearance of the season. She's made 9 stops and allowed nothing in her minutes so far. So Marie Dietert will get the rest of the day off, and Aurora will look to complete the combined shutout. Marian starts on the power play, aborting at the end of the period on Madison Gasper. So the Sabres to the power play for the second time. The puck is free behind the net, and the Captain Eade will send that deep, and it came right to Darcy Madsen, who comes in shorthanded, put on the brakes, and then was overtaken by several Sabres. Madsen leads the nation with 6 shorthanded goals and was trying to add the extra point. Sabres finally able to have possession over the blue line. That shot appeared to hit a puddle and come to a stop, and then that helps Darcy on this attempt here as she'll gather and fire it away, and then turned over in front at Schmunk. Appears to be a lot of water still on the ice here. The puck not really moving, especially that well. And it's nearly turned over at center by the Sabres. 42 seconds left on the woman advantage. Jones with it at her own line. Looking for Olsen. She'll tip it ahead. Campbell behind her own net for Aurora once again. It comes to a stop in the water. And that allows Marian to take possession, but that pass is tipped. It'll go down the ice. Once again, it stops as Bazzelli comes in and shoots, and Ocon forced to make the save. It would appear for the moment that for at least the next handful of minutes, some standing water remaining on the ice could continue to be an issue. Aurora wins this draw with the power play beginning to wind down. Is Rosen with it here. She'll get it to the red line, but no farther as Aurora fires it down and kills the penalty. Marian is able to get it out here to center ice as Abramson will send it ahead, and Gasper, fresh out of the penalty box, will leave it. Moffitt had that taken off her stick and right back to Deuster, who covers up. 17:44 to play. Aurora returning to action next weekend, a Friday night contest at Concordia, Wisconsin, and then Monday against Dubuque. So they'll actually get the full weekend off, with games on either end of it. Marian, a Thursday, Saturday home and home set with Concordia, Wisconsin coming up. Right now, Marian 6th in the NCHA standings. Adrian, St. Norbert, Aurora, and Lake Forest have all sewn up their NCHA tournament spots. We have a little delay here as Jackie Koistra is having a word with the officials. I have several conversations ongoing with officials and linesmen, and I do not know what this is about. I'm not sure if this is a delay deliberately for the ice to dry up a little bit, but oh, it looks like we're ready to go. Marian wins the face-off. Spee's shot from the point was blocked. He'd hauled down her player and then lost her stick. Gets it back, a centering pass through the slot. Comes free to Darcy. She'll skate through center ice to the forehand. The toe drag on the other side and whistles the finish wide. It's still in the Marian zone. It's on the stick of Heim, who has it taken off of her stick. Darcy battling for it, sweeps it down the gas for her backhand field at the side of the goal, and Molly not able to jam it in. Ocon able to get there on Aurora's 50th shot of the game. $17:08 left. Aurora fourth line out for a shift here. Visser, another face-off win for Aurora, 36 of 49. Casillo, fresh off career goal number 1. Had it for a moment. It's kept in at the line by Kane. It's still loose and skated onto by Spees as she comes through center. Her shot turned away by Duster, chopped off the wall, not out. Then a shot blocked by Visser. Aurora the other way, 3-on-1. Visser under the circle, shoots, and a stop made. Appeared to be the stick of Ocon. Jones off the boards. Marian able to clear, and it goes all the way down for icing. 3.5 minutes and counting into our final period. Aurora all time when leading at any point in the third period, any point, 82-0-5. They've won 11 of 12 and tied the other this year. This has been an Aurora team for the duration of its history when they have been in front in the final frame. They have seldom let it get away and indeed have never lost. As Knopf with it, looking for the hat trick. Has it on the forehand, tried the tough angle, went through the blue paint, no one home. Scriver with it at the point to Schmunk. Cross ice feed, that's Brownlee, got it to the net. It was knocked down in front and then glides in on Ocon, who smothers it. Knopf had a goal and 2 assists last weekend after entering without points in her previous 7. Was held off the score sheet last night, but has a couple of goals already and was looking to complete her first career hat trick. Does not appear it's going to be an empty net situation later in this one, so they'll have to do it with the netminder in all probability, unless Marian is able to mount the comeback. Schmunk battling behind the goal. It will come out and onto the stick of Church, who skates over the red line, gains the line, shoots. Duster looks that into the logo and covers up. And now Church having a conversation with Brownlee and Elliott after the whistle. We saw tempers turned up a little bit through the final 2 periods of the men's game last night, and it's been a frustrating season and a frustrating afternoon for Marian. But has not been especially too argumentative today. Teams have had a few moments of disagreement. Marian with it. Gallinaro with the steal. Got into the slot. Her backhand never made it on. Chimenti tries to clear the zone. Does not. It's held into the line by Elliott. Into the slot. To the forehand. Kick save by Ocon, and Schmidt wasn't able to get the follow on net. Marian ices the puck. Abby Ocon, save number 50 here tonight. Moffitt was able to get that shot all the way down to the mouth of the goal, where Gasper was unable to put it home from there. Face off to Ocon's left. There's a backhand that floats in on Ocon from Darcy Matson. Ocon's career high in saves, 71 against Adrian earlier this year. And it would take a lot for Aurora to get there tonight with 14 and a half minutes left. They'll try, though. Here's Scriver shoots. That was off a leg in front. Gasper will play it behind the net. Molly following that as Spees gets to it, gives it away. Darcy, and taken off her stick by Shipper, but Darcy got it right back, threads one through to the crease. No one home. And chipped deep again. Spees will gather one more time. Nearly gave it away. And plays it off the fence to Shipper. She'll come through center, 3-on-2. Shoots, and Deuster has that. Marian has felt the back checking throughout this contest. That is just not a shot that is going to beat the Aurora goaltenders very often. Have not worked the puck consistently into the dangerous areas. Aurora able to win this draw. Eade has it. Her return to the lineup has been sharp on the Aurora blue line. Aurora will ice the puck here. They'll wave it off as Rosen goes back for it. Westfall playing it into space. Eade skates onto it. She shoots. Tough angle. Stop made. Second attempt into the glove of Ocon for a whistle. Aurora at this point in third in the NCHA standings, needing wins and a little bit of help from Adrian and St. Norbert, who between them have gone 21-0-1 to this point in the season in league play. And have distanced themselves from the remainder of the field in the standings. Here's Visser, centers it. That's Gallinaro. Kick save. Ocon. Casillo follows. She gets buried in front. A penalty is coming up, and it's touched up by Westfall as a cross check is coming, and Aurora will go to the power play. And to my surprise, the penalty's on Aurora. It's Kane for cross-checking, and that may have been the second player in as now Heim goes over. And we'll get another look here in a moment. "13 minutes remaining here in the third period of action, and it would appear that we're going to have some 4-on-4 play here. So cross-checking both ways appears to be the call. As Marian comes through center ice. It's in on Deuster and chopped wide by Chimenti. He really did get Kane at the very end of that for what appeared to be taking exception to the hit. Arm comes up again. We've got a trip coming up. And the penalty boxes are getting crowded here as Marian's Chimenti is going to go off here. And we are going to have the rare 4-on-3 power play coming up for apparently 1 minute and 32 seconds, and we'll have a traditional 5-on-4 power play. It's a lot of ice out there, folks. Madsen off the wall back to Moffitt, who holds the line and sweeps it along the boards. Marian goes right back to where it came from, and Moffitt will hold it in again. Darcy across the ice for Eade, who's in front. She shoots. Ocon makes the stop, and Marian clears. A calm clearance by Williams. Listed as a forward on the roster, but has been on the blue line for the Sabres this season. 12 to play. A minute left on the 4-on-3. A minute 23 left. Power play time for Aurora. Gasper had that roll off her stick. Eade follows, pulls it to the backhand. It comes in front, Madsen, and her backhand trickles wide. Campbell will hold it in. Spees goes for it behind the net. Steers that away from Madsen, and now Marian will skate it. That's Spees. We'll go after it here. It's still 4-on-3 for another 30 seconds. Spees has to surrender the play. There's a collision on the wall. Everyone's okay as Campbell will bring it up. Campbell on the backhand through center and hits the brakes. Drops it off to Brownlee. The slap shot is high, wide, and it will roll on end the length of the ice. That will conclude the 4-on-3. Kane and Heim rejoin the play, and that'll make it 5-on-4 for another 25 seconds. Schmunk through center on the backhand. She'll feed it to the point. Gallinaro winds. That one went high. Scriver follows into the corner. Bouncing around. Campoli will keep. She gets it to the slot. It's stopped down. Comes back to Campoli. Gallinaro's on it. She shoots. That goes wide. Campoli to Madsen, who roofs it for the power play goal. 5-0 Aurora. With Madsen's team leading and conference leading 19th of the season. Once again, just Aurora winning the puck and staying with it. Several good opportunities. After Gallinaro whistled a shot wide, a good feed to Madsen coming down to the bottom of the circle, and she made no mistake. So make it a 3-point day for Darcy Madsen. A couple of assists already. And she closes in on her third consecutive 20-goal season. 23 as a freshman, 31 a year ago. And now 19 here in her junior campaign. Nearing the midway point of the final period. Here's Schmunk with it. Tried to steer that to the net. It was blocked down by Rosen. Madsen from Gallinaro and Scriver at 9:27. Campoli plays it in on Ocon, who has made 56 stops. It says something about the amount of shots you've faced when you can give up 5 and still have a save percentage north of 900. Shots are 61-18. Just under 10 to play in this one. Aurora's won 44 of the 60 face-offs. And they'll take control after this one as it bounces around behind the Marian goal line. Bazzelli was on it. It was knocked off of her stick and comes along the wall to Eid. She'll battle there. And will end up winning the puck. And now looks for something to do with it. Brownlee going back for it in the corner. She was pinned up there. Marian unable to get it out of their own end until now, and it's a 3-on-1. It's Kiefer skating it, has Weaver coming into the slot, did not get a lot on that pass, and Duster turns it away. But that one got in on the heel of the stick. It's out to center for Bazzelli. She's got Schmidt following. Bazzelli to the forehand, shoots, was going upstairs, and Ocon makes the glove save. 8:53 remaining. And Duster remains unbeaten on the season. 14 shots, 14 saves for the junior from La Mirada, California. In fact, has only allowed 2 goals for her career here at Aurora. 24 stops, 1 passed a year ago, 17 stops, 1 passed as a freshman. Shot from the point, never made it on. Elliott follows, was upended. No call there as Abramson will follow it into the corner. D to Spees. Her shot off the wall was off the referee. It came out to Brownlee, who tried to stuff that under the crossbar, and it goes up into the netting and out of play. 8:33 left. Face-off coming here to the left of Ocon, who you think will be very tired after this one. Casillo, after a deflection came right to her, was looking for number 2 and may not have made it through. Spartans looking to retake possession. They'll hold on here. It's kept into the line by Campbell. And rolled only a little bit for Church to pick it up. Takes it behind her own net. Plays it off the wall. And Marian is able to fire it out to center. Campbell on the forehand. Bounce pass for Visser. Tried to play that forward. Aurora very close to too many players on the ice. But they've done a very good job there of waiting to jump on until the puck got out the immediate area of the bench. So a nice job by the players and the coaching staff for being aware of the situation and not being caught with too many on the ice. Meanwhile, a stoppage. Duster will face most of the skaters to her left here as the draws in the Aurora zone. And Marian with the win here. Gasper chips that free, and it's 2-on-1 with Darcy Matson. Gasper here for Matson in the slot. That shot off the skate of Rosen. Aurora still with it off, I believe, of Hannah Kuna, and out to center. Comes back to Kiefer. She'll follow. Has it on the backhand. Scriver takes that away from her. It's off the wall and out. Westfall ahead to Powers. Kiefer simply sends it back into the Aurora end, and Gallinaro ahead here for Gasper on the backhand to the Marian line. Stopped up there, but Gallinaro follows and brought it in offside. 6:57 left. So Aurora will move to 12-8-1 on the season, including moving their home record to 9-1 if they can close out the final 7 minutes. And if they are able to keep that bagel on the board, will give the Aurora men an opportunity to make it 3 home games for the Aurora hockey programs and 3 shutouts. Still some time to play here. Marian will certainly be trying to put an end to that. Eid with the keep at the line. Comes free to Schmunk, who fires. That one hit Campoli in the back. It's behind the Marian goal. Jones has it. We'll circle back here as it looked like she fumbled the puck a bit. Fires a pass to Williams, and she takes off the wall, and then she iced the puck. They'll wave off icing here as Eid goes back for it. Eid lost the puck. It's stolen in front. That's Yasenik, who then played it into space, and it was only Stephanie Schmunk there. She'll gain the Marian line. Looking for Knopf on the backhand. She directed it wide. To the line, not out. Moffitt keeps it in. Campoli stays with it, gets it to the forehand, looks for Knopf. The shot is on Ocon, and she'll steer it to the near wall. Under 6 to play. Once again, held in at the Marian line by Elliott, who pivots away. Stays on the puck. Lost her skates with some contact with Church, no call. And Aurora maintains possession. Bazzelli through traffic. Ocon finds it for save number 63. Attempted shots are 112 to 30. A little more than half of those have made it on to the Marian net. 68 right now, the shot total for Aurora. I think Abramson was able to take the clearing attempt and skate it through, and then lost the puck and came in offside. Aurora comes the other way. Campbell taken off of her stick inside the Marian line, but Elliott fights for it and wins it and sends it behind the Marian net. Sabres looking to clear their own end, and they do as Heim drags it and brings it into the Aurora zone. Heim stops, lost an edge. Aurora back the other way with numbers if they hurry. Bazzelli to the backhand. It's 3-on-4 as Aurora goes for a change. Now to Visser in the slot, shoots, sends it high. Visser gets it on the carom off the glass. It comes out to Scriver, and Marian once again simply ices the puck. It will just barely have enough to get there as Gallinaro touches up. For the Sabres, it's looking like it'll be their 5th straight loss. They've been badly outscored over the last 5 by a grand total of 19-6 in that stretch. It's been tough for the Sabres here of late. Gallinaro, her shot did not make it all the way to the net. Marian jamming at it, but not able to clear their own end. Kane with Casillo going into the corner. Marian wraps it along the wall as Visser picks it up. Long pass to Scriver. She shoots it, scores! Kane set the screen, and Scriver nearly went bar down from the point. 6-0 Spartans. Scriver's 2nd of the year. It'll be Scriver from Visser. You cannot ask for a better screen than Melina Kane set. Abby Ocon did not see it. And it's an assist for Kane that's not going to go into that column, as that goal doesn't happen without it. Now Ava Eid looking for one. She shoots. It's blocked down by Westfall. Stays with it, centers it, and Kane couldn't get it on goal. 3:45 left. 6-0 game. Here's Kane. That's off the side of the post. Eid follows, has it behind the net, and goes to the point. To Casillo up top, covering that point for Ava. It's played deep for Kane, who sweeps it to the far side for Eid. Kane once again, as Eid goes in front, now skates back to the blue line. Kane turning the corner, gets into the slot, kicks it to the forehand, and a save made by Ocon. May have gotten a piece of the post as well. Final 3:11, Aurora looking for more. Marian will have a chance to skate it out, and they do, as Olsen gains the line. Throws it in on Duster, and Crawford will force her to cover up. Scriver from Visser at 15:54. 3 minutes left in this one. Marian here at center ice. And a large hit in front of the penalty boxes from Molly Madsen, and she skates right over to the penalty box for boarding. So Marian with a player advantage here to try to break up the shutout. Aurora has held 3 opponents off the scoreboard this season. Trine in the first game last weekend, Lawrence on November 11th, and Concordia, Wisconsin on Halloween night. Marian going to work here. Here's Crawford with it. Takes it behind the net. On the forehand, off the boards, out to Rosen at the point. She'll steer it to the far side in the corner where Gorski picks it up, threw it in front. A stick got on that by Kiefer, but it hops to Moffitt, and she'll fire it down. Gasper goes after it. She'll get there first. Now Madsen following as it's played to the wall and gathered up there by Crawford. Scriver picks up the loose puck in her own end and once again clears the zone as it goes in on Ocon. 63 stops. I don't know that they'll add that one, although it would have gone in had she not been there. So that might be save 64. Is a steal for Gallinaro and just quickly ripped it down the ice. May have had some room to skate it. She follows here. Rosen had to pivot away from her. Marian the long stretch pass to center. Olsen catches that and turns it over at the line. Schmunk will play it into the Marian end where Jones comes for it. 36 seconds left on the penalty, 1:27 left in the contest. Jones still with it on her stick at the red line for Olsen, and now Heim following. Dropped it for Olsen. It's into the corner for Heim. Marian will try to get set up here. 18 seconds left on the player advantage. Aurora absolutely all over them. Now Jones for Williams, the slap shot, and Duster trapped it. A very quick whistle, but no one was home and would not have mattered. 11 seconds left on the power play, 1:03 to play in our women's hockey contest. And in a little less than 1 hour, it will be Aurora and Marian in men's hockey. Aurora clears the zone, and it comes out to Knopf. 1-on-1 for a chance to complete the hat trick. The toe drag, and she's taken down. It goes in on Ocon for a whistle. Great opportunity for Ocon to finish it off potentially. Face-off coming here to the left of Ocon. Aurora wins the draw and will lose it out of their own zone. They'll regroup in their own end with 40 seconds left. It is to Knopf. She loses it. And now the Sabres through center ice here in the waning seconds. One last chance for them. A trip coming up as Darcy Madsen was clipped and is on the ice and in distress. Like Spies collided with Madsen. And that's going to send the trainer out to check on Darcy. As a matter of fact, the player that collided with Madsen is also down. So right now, The trainer is over checking on the Marian player, and several Spartans are going over to check on Darcy, who's being helped up. And they will help Matson over to the bench. And I actually thought initially that it was Ella Spies, but I think Spies was just on the ice. It was Catherine Yasenik who was the injured Saber, and she is being helped off the ice. So it was Yasenik and Matson who were both banged up on the play. There is going to be a penalty assessed, and I believe it's going to be on Marian for the trip of Matson, who Matson is not going off. It looks like she is still standing on the ice, and now we'll go over to the bench. Scary moment. And an unfortunate situation. Again, Yasenik has gone off. Matson, for the moment at least, stays on the bench, and hopefully both players are going to be okay. Just an unfortunate situation there. And it looks like a 5-minute penalty was assessed on Yasenik for kneeing. Aurora with one final power play here, shot off of the dasher and out. Knopf wins this face-off into her own end. Eade is knocked off the puck as it comes down behind the Aurora net. He pinned up there, and it's a combined shutout today for Marie Dietert and Shelby Duster. Aurora defeats Marian 6-0. They heavily outshoot the Sabres today. Goal scorers for Aurora, a couple for both Haley Knopf and Annabelle Scriver. Emiliana Casillo with her first career goal, and Darcy Matson added one plus a couple of assists. Ellie Visser had a couple of assists. Scriver had an assist for a three-point day. Assists for Juliana Gallinaro, Melina Kane, Maddie Gasper, Rachel Campoli, Erin Campbell, and Molly Matson tonight. 14 saves for Marie Dietert, 6 for Shelby Duster, 6 goals, 65 stops for Abby Ocon in the loss. Aurora now 12-8-1 on the season, 8-4-1 in conference play, or I stand corrected actually, 9-4-1 in conference play. Marian falls to 6-13-1 and 4-8 in NCHA play. Men's hockey coming up, set for a 3 o'clock start, and we hope you'll join us for that. For Matt Davis on the camera, and in for Bill Downing today, I'm Sean Fry. We'll see you next time for Aurora University Women's Hockey at athletics.aurora.edu.